Let's get one thing straight. SEO isn't dead, and AI isn't replacing organic search. In fact, when you do both right, you win big. Today, I'm going to show you the proof. Real remodelers, real leads, and yes, real revenue, all coming from SEO and being amplified by AI. We're talking $2 million leads, Google and ChatGPT referrals, dozens of AI citations, and it's all trackable. So if you're wondering whether SEO still works for remodelers in 2026, the answer is a resounding yes. Let's unpack what's happening, why it works, and how you can replicate it. We'll start with the headline story. GTG Builders. They're a custom home builder in New Jersey. They're high-end, focused, and super targeted, and they've been investing in strategic content for years. Not fluff, not generic design blogs. We're talking detailed location-specific pages like tear down and rebuild in Bridgewater, New Jersey, costs, timelines, and what to expect. It's not fancy, it's also not viral, but it does work. Because last year, a buyer typed a question into ChatGPT. They typed, how much does it cost to rebuild a home in Bridgewater, New Jersey? ChatGPT scanned the web. They parsed through thousands of pages, and they cited GTG's content. The buyer clicked through, they filled out the form, they entered pre-construction, and now they're about 95% closed on a $2.5 million custom home. Not a referral, not an ad, not a cold call, an AI-assisted search that started with SEO. But here's the kicker. GTG didn't optimize for AI, they optimized for humans. Clear answers, real context, buyer-focused language. And then AI followed. Now, let's add another data point. Robinson Renovation. One of their blog posts has been pulled into 41 Google AI overviews, 34 ChatGPT answers, 10 Perplexity responses, and 5 other AI tools like Gemini and Copilot. That's nearly 100 AI pulls from a single domain. Now, why is that? Because their content checks every box AI cares about. It's helpful, it's structured, it's specific, it's local, it's also updated regularly, and yes, it uses schema. That's not dead SEO. That's SEO at its peak performance with AI as the distribution engine. Here's what I want you to take away from this. You don't have to choose between SEO and AI. In fact, the best AI visibility comes from the right kind of SEO. Answer first, city specific, and buyer oriented. So here's what that actually looks like. It's service pages built like blog posts. So stop thinking of kitchen remodeling in Denver as just a service page. Make it a guide, include cost ranges, timeline expectations, local permit insights, include FAQs, project photos, and don't forget your 2 calls to action, one for researching buyers and one for ready-to-go buyers. This is what GTG and Robinson are doing. It's why they're showing up in both Google and ChatGPT. Next, we want to have consistent content over time. SEO is not a one-week play. Robinson didn't just publish once and then wait. They've been adding, refreshing, and republishing content with intent. Periodically, they go back and they update pricing information, they add new frequently asked questions, they refresh the publish date, they interlink to related pages, and add new visuals or testimonials. AI engines love freshness, but so do buyers. Think about it. Would you trust a remodeling cost article from 2021? Of course not. Okay, next up, we want to address real buyer questions in your region. And this is where SEO gets powerful again, because AI doesn't just surface high volume content, it surfaces the best content. So when someone asks, do I need a permit for a kitchen remodel in Sarasota? Or how much does a home addition cost in Alachua County? Guess what the answers are that get quoted? They're the ones that are written for that specific city. They're structured to be scanned, and they've been updated recently. They're also authored by a credible local source. and that can be you if you do the work. So let's do some quick math. One page led to a $2.5 million opportunity. Let's say that only closes at 50%. That's $1.25 million in revenue. Now, multiply that by 5 or 10 or more service areas, or more realistic projects like $150,000 basement remodels, $100,000 kitchens, $300,000 additions. You start stacking SEO results into a compounding flywheel. And you don't have to pay for every click. You own the attention. That's the difference between SEO and ads. Next up is that attribution isn't optional anymore. You know what separates GTG from the other builders? They track the lead back to ChatGPT. They use HubSpot, tracking codes, form path tracking, and most remodelers would have just marked it as website lead. But GTG knew it came from SEO, and AI, and then a call to action, and then a form. That's how you prove ROI. Because without that attribution, you're just guessing. And when you're guessing, you're tempted to stop right when it's starting to work. Don't do that, please. Let's bust a few myths. One is SEO is too slow. Yes, it does take time, but it also compounds. Paid ads don't, and that's exactly why now is always the best time to start. Next up, nobody clicks organic links anymore. That's not true either. Click behavior has definitely shifted toward helpful content. AI is replacing SEO. That's wrong. AI is powered by SEO. Every AI answer is trained on web content. And if your page is the best answer, it becomes the answer. Or we're not big enough to win SEO. Actually, I would say you're in the perfect spot. Local SEO is hyper specific. If you're the only remodeler writing about remodeling costs in Boulder County, you win by default. So, what should you do right now? Step number 1, pick your top 3 services and top 5 cities or counties. That gives you a 15-page roadmap. Then, step number 2 is write one answer first page per week, and you can use this structure. Your heading is going to be a service plus city. Your introduction, who it's for. And then you want a few sections, one on cost ranges and drivers, a timeline overview, permitting or local process, and then project examples. The next section should be a mini FAQ, and then don't forget your 2 calls to action, one for those that are researching and one for those that are ready. Step number 3 is update your best 3 existing blogs. We want to add updated in January of 2026 or whatever month it is. Add an FAQ block, add new call to action buttons, fresh photos if you have them, and then that is ready to go. Step number 4, track everything. Use HubSpot, use CallRail, use Google Analytics, and then look for ChatGPT.com or Perplexity.ai as refers in your traffic sources. Tag the leads who mention AI and watch your top pages for scroll depth, call to action button clicks, and conversions. Step number 5, let it run. Don't panic and don't pivot too soon. This is definitely long game marketing, and when it starts working, it typically doesn't stop. GTG didn't get lucky. They got consistent for a long time. Robinson didn't hack the system. They built it, and you can too. And by the way, ads are still great. We're not anti-ads. We're anti-only ads. Because when you pair a solid SEO and content strategy with ads, that's when you get both control and scale. But here's the thing. You don't need to win all of SEO. You just need to win your corner of it. Your city, your service, and your buyer. Write what they're searching. Answer what they're asking. And structure it so humans and machines can both understand it. And then let the system work. As a final thought, SEO is not dead. Lazy SEO is dead. Thin SEO is dead. Generic SEO is dead. But strategic, specific, helpful content that answers real questions in your market, that's definitely not dead. That could be worth $2.5 million. So build your pages, track your leads, and show up where it matters, because the next buyer isn't looking for the loudest remodeler, They're looking for the most helpful one. So be the answer. And we'll see you next time here on Builder Funnel TV.